When I first hit on the idea of stream-based nodes, I thought we could do the entire HAZOP with them. Alas, I was wrong. The stream-based nodes don't work for the pressure, temperature, and level discussions. Pressure, temperature, and level are point functions. They occur at specific points in the process. Further, the safeguarding is mostly done at the equipment level. So for pressure, temperature, and level discussions, we have to use the small, typical equipment-based nodes. That results in a two-phase HAZOP process depicted here. Look at phase 2 at first. In phase 2, we use the typical equipment-based nodes to perform the pressure deviation discussions, and the temperature deviation discussions, and the level deviation discussions. Phase 2 looks like a typical HAZOP, right? What's different is that phase 1 provides a very different starting point for the phase 2 discussions. In phase 1, we do the flow deviation discussions for all the stream-based nodes first. The flow discussions identify all or most of the causes of pressure, temperature, and level deviations for each of the equipment-based nodes before starting phase 2. That accomplishes something really cool for us. When we discuss pressure deviation in node X, for instance, we already have a list of most of the causes of pressure deviation in that node from everywhere in the facility. The only one missing is likely to be fire exposure. We only talk about high pressure in node X one time, no hopping from node to node. We only talk about the safeguards in node X one time. And the HAZOP report is now well ordered. The entire discussion of high pressure in node X is in one place. And of course the same applies to temperature and level discussions in node X. Another really useful feature of this methodology is that much of the flow discussion can be conducted as pre-work or with a smaller team. Flow deviations are caused almost exclusively by inadvertent opening or closure of actuated valves. There's no brainstorming involved, no value judgment involved. With much of the tedious work done as pre-work, the important discussions of pressure, temperature, and level deviations are much more concise. The HAZOP sessions are faster and less tedious, in addition to being more effective. The next one to tackle is risk assessment. To improve risk assessment, I've applied some LOPA insights to improve the risk matrix. We'll discuss that in the next section of the course.